Drew tubers and fams, it's Drew. Welcome back to my variety channel, California Pickin', where I show you all kinds of varieties so no one gets bored. Hey, I'm just driving to a cool location. Hey Drew tubers and fams, it's Drew! Welcome back to my variety channel, California Pickin', where I show you all kinds of variety of content so no one gets bored. Hey guys, today is August 5th, and we're outside this historical location over here. I'm going to get to it in 1 second, but first, just want to thank all my new subscribers, all you guys posting and making comments on my videos. I really appreciate that. Sharing and liking and all that makes a big difference, so I want to thank all you guys. Hey, shout out to my Canadian fans in Canada. How's it going, eh? And all my fans from the UK and the Philippines and beyond, guys. I really appreciate all your help. And we're out here on a beautiful sunny day, sunny Southern California, and I'm here to show you something incredible because it's August 5th, 2019, which marks the unfortunate anniversary of my poor sweet Marilyn Monroe's death. And this is the official date of her death, August 5th, but many Marilyn experts and researchers believe that it really happened on August 4th, sometime in the late evening, 10:30-ish. But today we're going to be talking about Marilyn's earlier adolescence and early, childhood, and that would mean visiting Marilyn's schools. And I've seen a couple people do this. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but we're outside of Marilyn's junior high school right here, guys, Emerson Junior High. And I used to live very close to here. I didn't go to this school, but I in fact went to Marilyn's high school, which I'm going to show you in a second. That's Uni High. We're going to get to that in a moment. But Marilyn went to this school in 1941. She graduated 9th grade. I believe she went to another school in the valley in Van Nuys. But she did come here, and she walked up these very streets right here as we see. There was a guy cutting a tree, so I was making a whole bunch of noise, so I had to cross the street. But Marilyn walked up these very sidewalks, guys. Back in 1941, the sidewalk was probably different. But this is the walk that Marilyn took up to her school, Emerson Junior High School. Pretty cool. Now, Marilyn Monroe back in 1941 lived in West LA. And she would have walked up this street from Santa Monica Boulevard, which was down this direction where that lady is walking. Marilyn would walk up this very sidewalk. It was probably a different sidewalk, of course. But this is around the time that Marilyn said that boys started paying attention to her and saying hello and waving and whistling and such as she walked to school. And I believe this was Emerson Junior High School, and later on she would go to Uni High School, which I mentioned is my old high school, and we'll get to that in a moment. But let's go check out Emerson Junior High School, which is right up this direction. And this building right here was designed by famed architect Richard Neutra. And you guys know I'm really into architecture. That's the business I have been in. But this is designed by Richard Neutra. He was a modernist, and he believed that these buildings should be very pared down and minimal and almost box-like. And this was the style of architecture that was happening back in 1941 and earlier, probably. And so I've always wanted to do this little Marilyn tour, retracing Marilyn's footsteps here in Los Angeles. I know a couple people have done videos on it, but I wanted to get to it on my channel. And this is named after Ralph Waldo Emerson Middle School. And Marilyn would have walked right up here to the front entrance and into the school. I'm sure we can't go through the door, but this is Marilyn's junior high school right here, Emerson Junior High. And the Mystery Mobile is ready for action, all filled up with gas, waiting to go on an adventure. You want to go? Let's go! So continuing on with Marilyn Monroe's early footsteps, we're standing outside of Uni High School, guys, here in West LA. This happens to be my alma mater. I went to this school. I'm not going to tell you what year, but it was quite a long time ago. But Marilyn Monroe went to school here 1 year, 1942, and she left this school to go get married. She was in a pickle in between some of these foster homes, and there was a close friend that asked Jim Doherty to marry her so that she could, so basically she wouldn't go back into a foster home or orphanage or whatever. But she left Uni High School to go marry Jim Doherty, and later on she would divorce him and go on to marry, as you know, Joe DiMaggio and Arthur Miller. But we're here in front of Uni High School, guys, my old high school. It's my alma mater. And I'm never going back to my old school. That's a Steely Dan song. But hey, sometimes we gotta come back and visit our roots here, and right here we're standing right in front of Uni High, where Marilyn Monroe went to 1 year of high school here, 1942, and then she left this school, dropped out, married Jim Doherty, and basically the rest is history. She was discovered at a place called Radio Plane, and a funny story about this radio plane, how she was discovered. Maybe you've heard this story, maybe you haven't, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Okay, so there was a military officer that instructed a photographer to go to this place called Radio Plane, which is where they were making drones and other type of pieces of military flying equipment for the Second World War. And this military officer instructed the military photographer to go there and take pictures of some of the staff at this place called Radio Plane in the San Fernando Valley. I believe that's Van Nuys. And basically this photographer went there, took some pictures, and he discovered this beautiful strawberry kind of blonde gal that turned out to be Norma Jean Mortensen, later on Marilyn Monroe. He took some photographs of her and really thought that she had something, and she submitted them back to the Army, and they actually used these photographs for propaganda for the Second World War. Well, guess who that military officer was who instructed the photographer to go take pictures of Marilyn Monroe? Just take a guess. It's none other than, I'm sure you didn't get it, it's none other than Ronald Reagan. That's right, actor and the President of the United States, Ronald Reagan, was the one basically responsible for telling the photographer to go down to Radio Plane and take some pictures for the morale, boosting the morale for the Army, propaganda for the Second World War, and it turned out to be Marilyn Monroe, guys. Incredible. You just can't make this stuff up. So hey, hope you enjoyed the little tour of, well, we're on to now the next location. So first we saw Marilyn's junior high school. That was Emerson Junior High. Now we're here in front of Uni High. And now it is August 5th, 2019, the anniversary of Marilyn's untimely passing. So now we're going to go visit Marilyn in Westwood Memorial Cemetery. So you want to come along? Let's go visit Marilyn. Now we're going to visit Marilyn at Westwood Memorial Cemetery. It's kind of hard to find, but I'm going to show you. This is the sort of the side entrance. There's a front entrance, but this is how I come in here. This is the world's most exclusive celebrity cemetery in the world, guys. Pierce Brothers, Westwood Village Memorial Park. And I'm sure there's going to be quite a few people here today. Not hordes like on her birthday, but the people are out here. So let's go take a look, shall we? This is the very path that Marilyn's funeral procession took up this hill, led by Joe DiMaggio, her ex-husband. And here's a few fans taking pictures with Marilyn's grave. And Hugh Hefner's on the left there. We'll try to find a parking spot. Sorry. Maybe that is his spot. You look fantastic.
I want to get a picture of both of you guys.
Thank you so much.
Can I get a picture of both of you guys?
Yeah.
Look at you little sex. You want to get Marilyn in there. I only have one more picture.
Sorry.
Yes, come on, you get it in.
Here we go.
You guys are wild.